there's a really big disconnect from people who know or have someone in military service and don't. And it shows itself when it comes to things like kneeling for the anthem, because people who have never served in the military or been around people who serve in the military don't understand how much the flag is a part of military service. It is a symbol to people in the military. That is what they're fighting for. That is what they're defending. They view the flag as a symbol of everything good and holy about this country worth protecting. It's that significant to them. So I've seen a couple of my friends go back and forth on Facebook about how it's ridiculous for people to be so upset about kneeling for the anthem. And I'm thinking, but that's kneeling for the flag. It's kneeling for the anthem. And when you don't have that background of why that's important, or it was not stressed as an important thing when you're growing up, you really don't understand how deeply some people feel about it. And it's not just a cursory reaction. It's not just something that's like, oh, I don't like what these people are saying, so I'm going to be all mad about it. This is something that means something to them. My husband, in our house right now, I am not exaggerating, we have 5 framed flags that were either flown on a mission for us. I have one to my right now that was flown over the United States Capitol and given to us. We have one that was flown in well, I can't even tell you the story behind that one because it's still sort of classified. And then I have 2 more that were given to us when we did our Cigars for Soldiers charity, and they flew them with missions when they were in Iraq and Afghanistan. They are framed. They are hanging in my house because the flag means that much to my husband. And he understands that when you fly under that flag for the military, it means something. And I think that is a huge part of the disconnect, why people don't understand, why people like my husband, who has been a rabid Broncos fan. You guys think we're here for the weather? We're here because that's where the Broncos play. That's why we moved here. Okay, let's just end the charade right now. And he is done with the NFL. He doesn't care. He's like, I'm out. I really don't care. If they're going to crap over, and you're talking to a guy who got blasted to bits in Somalia, is missing a finger, has had nothing but physical ailments since then. He gave up all this for this country under that flag. So you better believe it means something to my husband, because he has bled for that flag. And for some a-hole making millions and millions of dollars who's never really had a struggle in his life to sit there and kneel because of systemic racism for the flag, it does not fly, and it will never fly. It doesn't matter if they're protesting violence against old people. It doesn't matter. Because people who bled for that flag, that means something to them. And just because it doesn't mean the same thing to you, doesn't mean you can crap all over it. It's kind of like those people who say that the Confederate flag is about racism and therefore it has to be stopped. Well, you know what? That's a horrible thing to be associated with. But for the people in the South, where it's about heritage and really not about race, and I know that sounds crazy for me to say, but there are those people that do exist. Too bad. Sorry about your luck. The symbolism is too great on the other side, and it's too painful. Sorry about your luck. You got to change what you're doing. So those people who want to kneel during the anthem and kneel for the flag, you need to understand that there are Americans out there who died for that flag, who bled for that flag, who will never be physically the same for that flag, and they take that crap seriously. So for you, it's just some BS political statement. For other people, you're crapping all over their sacrifice for the country.